What up, familia? It's your favorite Puerto Rican Brooklyn Philly here. And I'm just going to jump right into it. I've already saged. I've already pre-shuffled all of the decks. I'm just going to shuffle them again on camera. For those who like to see it, I can appreciate that. I understand. I'm one of them. I tend to be, from time to time, one of them doubting Thomases too, right? And that's a beautiful thing, right? I don't know, for some reason now they want to emphasize that we're not, I don't know, they're saying they didn't judge Doubting Thomas for that, or Thomas for that, right? They didn't judge him for that, him or his twin. I'm hearing interesting. If anything, they admired that. They liked the fact that they wanted that, basically, I just heard like Islam fact check that, right? Like the debate, right? The presidential debate. Can we fact check these mothers, right? That we're supposed to, right? We're supposed to do our own research, find out what we need to find out for ourselves, right? Everybody has the right, right, to get more information, I'm hearing, and to then based on that information make uh, appropriate decisions. And the reason why I think that I'm hearing that they're using the word appropriate, because it's appropriate for you, right? You have to deem what's appropriate for yourself. Everything ain't for everybody, I'm hearing. Okay, so we start. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, my ancestors and my spirit guides. I love y'all so much. I thank y'all for y'all faithfulness. I thank y'all for using, coming to me, using me, as a channel, right? To, yeah, I just heard give words of wisdom, right? Again, and it's just give insight, provide information, provide opportunities for new perspectives. But I'm not the magician of those perspectives. Neither are they, right? I mean, there's only one, the La ilaha illallah, right? There's one consciousness, one unity, one divinity, one love, right? And that is the author and the finisher of everything. Um, all I am and all they do is help to provide and facilitate the office of mediumship, and my submission of my free will, by my free will, because I'm doing this of my free will, of my accord. I'm not feeling forced to do this by no one. I'm turning on that record button. I'm choosing to become this conduit, this vessel for messages to flow through me, right? Based on how I interpret them, based on utilizing different divinatory tools, right? Such as oracle cards or tarot cards. There's going to be some readings I'll use runes, channeled messages, automatic writing, whatever the tool that present itself at the time. I just want to be the conduit, right? The vessel, right? Yeah, I'm hearing I am the clay, and this oneness is the potter, right? And I don't know, they're saying show this. Interesting. So we're starting off with the mask we wear. There's something about this bottom of the deck energy. I'm going to shuffle 3 more times, I'm hearing, and then we're going to begin with the actual cards themselves. So that was the channeled message. Again, I want to thank my guides, my ancestors, for the love, light, and protection and presence during this reading. I ask Divinity, this oneness, this consciousness, to protect me as I read, and to protect the ears of those that are listening, right? And their hearts and their minds as well. That's interesting that it came out that way, right? I just heard those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, let them hear, let them see. I know that there's a similar scripture to that, but I think I am definitely butchering it. For those who know, you know. For those who are interested, I heard, look it up, right? Do your research once again, right? Don't just take any word, anybody's word, right? Without fact checking. There's an emphasis on, it's too many, but I am going to take, oh no, they say 1, 2, 3, that's it. Uno, dos, tres. That's it. Uno, dos, tres. Interesting. Now, what's interesting is, as I was shuffling, pre-shuffling earlier, I saw this card. So this first card is, what is holy what is true, right? Again, I just mentioned something about that just literally a couple minutes ago about um, them indicating that the message is the message, but it's up to you to discern and to determine what is appropriate for you, right? What do you deem holy? What do you deem true? Excuse me, birth confirmation. Now, of course, there are some general truths like gravity, right? And other things, right? That is just a general truth. But most of our lives, I'm hearing, are comprised of what we deem to be true and of what we call holy or unholy. Defiled, I heard. Interesting. That's an interesting word. And now I just heard Thomas's twin, Didymus, right? Now I just heard the Book of Clarence. There's something in that movie. There's some significance. Somebody needs to go watch that movie. Interesting. I just heard pay attention. Open your eyes. Surprise, surprise. Listen, Linda, listen. All right. So what is holy? What is true? And then the message, I'm just saying stop playing. Put on these glasses real quick. Appreciation, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace. So, what are we appreciating? What are you witnessing? And the unmerited gift of grace. Interesting. Un, right? The prefix is un. If it was merited, it was deserved. If it's unmerited, interesting. I heard do with thy will with that. Very interesting. The second one they wanted to reveal itself, and it wasn't, because the second one I showed on camera was this one, which is zenith at the peak. Zenith at the peak. Victory, achievement, tangible abundance. But something to be at its zenith, right? At its peak. The zenith, the culmination of something, right? There's something else with that word zenith. I'm hearing, look it up. We shall look it up, and that's what we will do. It's no problem. Take the time out to zenith. So the peak, right? The culmination is right there. Is at the tip, almost like the tip of my tongue. The time at which something is most powerful or successful. So I'm hearing the time is now. The point, oh, my voice changed. The intonation in my throat, is that correct? Yeah, everything I'm feeling on the inside of my mouth, the top of my roof, the back of my throat, the upper part, the roof part particularly, all of that shifted automatically. The point in the sky or celestial sphere directly above an observer. The highest point reached by a celestial or other object. Interesting. Arabic, samtaras, the path over the head. Zenith is from late Middle English. It was translated from origin. It was Arabic, which meant the path over the head, to Old French and medieval Latin. Interesting. Why would they want me to even emphasize that? I mean, I did indicate Islam. Path over the head, right? Something that is even above your intellect, your logic, right? And then celestial beings. I mean, don't we call like angels and things like that celestial beings? And then is the highest point reached by a celestial or other object. The sun was well past the zenith. Yeah, the sun, right? That's a celestial sphere, you know. Under Justinian, the Byzantine Empire reached its zenith of influence, right? There's something there. It just won't let me, it won't let me let it go. Sorry guys, So there's some type of victory, some type of achievement, some type of tangible abundance. Maybe it's just that, right? The realization that you have the power to determine what is holy and what is true, as opposed to it being dictated to you, summarized, comprised, valued, translated, perceived. There's something with the unmerited gift of grace. It sounds almost contradictory, doesn't it? I mean, I mean, I guess the way, okay, listen to how my mind is seeing it. So, from a theologian's perspective, for someone who went to seminary to study the Bible and other texts, right? Grace is something that is taught from that perspective, that is given freely by the divine, right? And when it's unmerited grace, it's almost a mercy of the divine, of this oneness, of this consciousness. Now, it's interesting, we're talking about zenith, path over the head. And look, this sun, this celestial being, this zenith that reaches its highest point, interesting, in this card is depicting that way as the sun. Here is actually a leaf. So something about this zenith, this point is happening this fall. There is an eclipse, right? We are the equinox, something celestial. A lot of things are happening astrologically, actually, and have been 2024 into 2025 with planets and that. So there's something significant. Look it up, please. There's something there. And I just see some hold astrology as holy, and that's true. Some hold Bibles, Qurans, right? Bhagavad-Gita's, and so on and so forth. But back to my point, unmerited gift of grace is just that, is unmerited. You didn't merit it, right? So it's almost as a mercy. And then the word appreciation is almost saying, appreciate that. And now I'm hearing that you will be witnessing, or you have witnessed thus far, this unmerited gift of grace, or you will be witnessing that now at this zenith point. Interesting. Which would sound very archaic and old religion-like, particularly for me, to that Abrahamic faiths and to that old patriarchal God. And then the third and final card, which is interesting, this card came out in yesterday's reading. And that's another thing I'm noticing, like, I heard a red string. I heard follow the path. Interesting, path over the head, right? So the readings, the videos are, I'm hearing context clues. I'm dropping jewels. Now I'm hearing Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, brother, Ashe. I've been through the maze and I left some clues for you in his song. And he did that remake of Meek Mills and Heaven and Hell. Listen to that song. It's the Heaven and Hell Meek Mills joint, but Nipsey Hussle and that other cute brother do it. They both was fine in that video, all respect. But grace within the chaos. So here we have the unmerited gift of grace. And then here, grace within the chaos. So maybe that is the gift. That is what is being revealed to us. Maybe during this time now, 2024 to 2025, we are being, and that is the zenith, that is the culmination. or one of them, right? I can't say that this is surmising all that it entails. That would be pretty limited, but there is some significance in that. Enough for now and always. You are enough. Nothingness. Faith in needs being faith in needs being met. Oh, I read that incorrectly. I said nothingness. Right? You are enough. I wanted to say it again. You are enough. Worthiness. Faith in needs being met. Enough for now and always. That was interesting. Okay, so I'll continue. But there's something significant about that as well. And this I'm hearing is correlating, right? Because now I'm hearing this is the prequel. This is the new chapter, right? Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, or this is the new chapter, and this is the prequel, right? So it's almost, yeah, because when I read cards, it's like I'm reading them from a Hebrew or in Arabic again, context, from uh, right to left. So if this is the bottom of the deck energy, then yeah, it would be that way. And then this way. Interesting. I don't know, now it got me doing these listen, y'all. This is what's coming through. If you're still hanging in there with me, listen. My hat off to you too, because I mean, as you can see, this is live and in motion. I just heard when, you know, this is live television. Right? Because if we're reading it that way, then we're saying enough for now and always, almost hearing like you've always been enough. You know, since the beginning of time until, you know, whatever the continuing is, right? Always is always. You have always been given grace within all of what the chaos. There is this peak that has culminated now, and is going to illuminate, right? The sun brings clarity on what is truly holy and what is truly true. Interesting. So that's the way to start the banger. Then I heard, let's go into the She Tarot. She Tarot. Can we illuminate while you ruminate? I'm hearing elucidate. Interesting. So now I'm hearing something worth also, in order to truly reach this peak, in order to really understand what is holy and what is true, it commences with you having the understanding that you are enough for now and always. Right? That there is nothing lacking, nothing missing, nothing that you have to personally add, take away, subtract, delete, divide, multiply to make you enough. That you are the grace within the chaos. Ew. And when you embrace that, you are the zenith at its very peak. You are what's holy and what is true. I heard amen. I mean, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. What else? I'm curious. My soul is hungry now. I have this spirit of anticipation. It's leaping on the inside. I feel like Jeremiah, like fire shut up in my bones. Thank you. See that? Interesting. Listen, Linda. It's a turning point. Oh, I can't even sit still. It's a turning point. The time is now, I'm hearing. There is definitely a turning point. And for many of you, I'm hearing that are under the sound of my voice, it is because you have done the work and you have come to this realization. And as a result, it created this domino effect, right? Leading to this clarity and this illumination, right? Which now provided access to this new portal, this new gateway. I'm just here, I'm climbing the stairway to heaven. That came out in the other radio reading. I'm telling you, there's a link. And I'm not just saying that so people can go watch the videos or whatever. Listen, baby. One thing for sure, two things for certain. In the 50 years of my life, I have been protected and well taken care of. I might not have had everything that I wanted, but I have definitely had what I needed. And most importantly, and most definitely, the most important thing in my life that has always been present has been the presence of divinity, right? And now to the understanding where I understand that divinity lives within me and I within it, right? We are one. I just heard that. We are one. That came out in another reading too, and it went on. Love is a battlefield, right? So if this fight for love, for this oneness, for this, consciousness can be this chaotic battlefield at time, then you are the grace. You have been the grace, and for some of you, you are understanding and you are becoming the grace, right? We're at different continuums and different timelines in this work, this walk, I was going to say, this journey. But for many of you, he keeps hearing that from Aladdin. Oh no, you ain't never had a friend like me. It's almost like you done rubbed the lamp, Aladdin, now, and the fucking genie, excuse my language, has come out and is trying to tell, and he's like, what can you do for me? What do you mean through it? He said, you illuminate while I illuminate. What did Genie say to him? Well, Alabama had those 40 thieves in it. Mr. Aladdin said, what was your be? You ain't never had a friend like me. Yeah, they had me pulling this up. But master you in luck cause up your sleeves you got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner now, some heavy ammunition in your camp. You got some punch, some pizzazz, yahoo and how. See, all you gotta do is rub that lamp and I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. Life is your restaurant and I'm your maitre d'. Come on, whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. But that's not. So don't just sit there, slack your buggy out. I'm here to answer all your midday prayers. Midday prayers, again, something about Islam, Allahu Akbar. And yeah, and that movie Aladdin, people tend to like not understand that the Sultan, that's what he says to Raja, I think, and Raja's like, and he looks at him. He said, Allah forbid you have any daughters. It's not. There's something to do, and that's not to say that this reading is only for Muslims or that it is. I'm hearing no, it's to indicate that it includes Muslims too. Interesting. Oh, and the line that I'm looking for is not in the actual friend like me. It's what he tells him right before he begins to sing the song. He says, I don't know why that's important. Oh, y'all, why is it important? No, no, no. Okay, I gotta move on. But there's something. So he's telling, let you sit. When he tells Aladdin to sit down and let me something while you something. Oh my goodness, my rub. Why would you want me to go all into this while I have this here? There's something opening up, and they want you to. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone because I can't find it and I don't know why it's bothering me. Maybe it's just my OCD. I do apologize, guys. There is a turning point, nevertheless. Seven is usually the chariot, right? Isn't that the chariot in tarot? Yeah, right before strength. There is something significant about the rainbow right here, something about the illuminations of the chakras, right? Finally aligning, causing that zenith, right? That peak, finally. It's embarking on it. Look, you're coming from this background, right? This is like leaf leafless leafless, bare, more darker. It is opening up. You're coming from out of like this labyrinth or whatever. And it is very interesting that the song, you know, said you got a friend in your corner now. What are your studies? Anything else? No. This just popped out. Voyager. I just heard Atlantis is back to you. I'll always. I know I can't sing y'all, but Voyager, not for nothing. Like, look, I was talking about the celestials, right? That definition, zenith, something about the sun even peeking at, celestial bodies. And look, and this is the sea of the universe, the sky, right? And that person is on the boat and they're moving forward to it. 12, Voyager, right? So then again, if this was a 7, chariot, there's movement, right? Voyager, yeah, you're embarking, a turning point is commencing, you're embarking on a new voyage, right? Disappointment. And I don't feel like it's a new voice. It's moving away. Thank you, Spirit, from this disappointment. It's a turning point in this disappointment, and you're beginning a new voyage, right? It's very interesting. I mean, I'm loving that. I am loving that. I can definitely see that as a portal. I'm hearing like Narnia now. If anybody knows that movie, that's another movie maybe that where it opens up and it reveals this whole of the world, right? Now back to Atlanta, a whole new world, right? But that takes you from this, right? And yeah, she's jumping into that sea, and he's jumping into that sea, right? But that sea is actually this. Sorry, guys. There's something about the full moon. I should don't negate it. This full moon literally is coming up. We're currently in a half moon here in the states, the U.S. But here, this full moon, we're moving from this sea. Oh wow! Look, yeah. See, as the moon waxes, yeah, there's something, and we're moving into this voyage. Anything else from the sheets here, Mama? There's too many. They wanted to show me resistance. Right, and I'm hearing take it. Nothing is coincidental. So there has been some resistance, some walls that have been put up, or something in the past, there you go, that has been blocking, right? And yeah, they're saying show it that way. Prior to this turning point, prior to these celestial bodies moving in the sky because it's faded, there was a blockage, right? That blocked that path, but that blockage has been removed, unveiling this new portal, this new path, this turning point. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? I'm excited. I don't explore. I cannot, yeah. I can't sit still. I can't find comfort, like I'm all over the place. Explore. Explore. Now I'm here, the explorer. I don't know, I'm even hearing put your children on game. Put shit on like Dora the Explorer. Get their imagination and their juices tantalizing again. Get them to feeling like explorers, right? Get the whole, I just heard get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Get the whole family ready for this, right? Look, and in her glasses, you see like the Alps or something, right? I don't know why I said the Alps. I don't know. She got some fur and a little wind. I like more sunnier climates, but that's not the point. There's something about exploration. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's two 12s here on the board. The Voyager and the Explorer, 1212. There's something also here. It's going to be significant about December 12th, 1212. I don't know. I'm almost heard like something also occurred in 2012. In 12 of 2012. Maybe that's when a lot of these celestial things started like shifting or aligning, began there, right? And it's culminating now, right? Like you began this voyage, and now, you know, when you begin to explore is after you land on the new territory, the new land, right? So no longer blocked, now able to explore. Right? Look, eyes ain't even on here. Eyes closed. It's interesting I say eyes and I make mention of eyes because in Islam they have things with eyes, right? Well, there's a hadith. And here she has sunglasses and it doesn't show her eyes but it helps. Very interesting. Again, these little intricacies. Maybe it's somebody who's Muslim or who has practiced Islam, or maybe they feel things like this may not be holy, or and it's like giving some type of reassurance. At the bottom of the rest, which is interesting. How do we go, Spirit, from explore? Well, yeah, there's going to be a restful period that is going to allow you to explore, right? Yeah. There's going to be a restful, there's this turning point where rest is going to be now pivotal. It's almost, I'm hearing, isn't it ironic, right? Like, don't you think that the arrest is when I'm going to actually be able to voyage and explore? And if that's what's actually going to move me away from this disappointment, that's what's actually creating this turning point, right? You would think inaction causes all of that action. How does that work? You're about to find out, I just heard. The problem was you didn't think you was enough, but you've always been enough. And it couldn't move that way until you was ready, until you saw yourself as enough. Worthiness. Remember, I kept struggling with it. When you saw yourself worthy of receiving such a prize, understanding you are the prize. Interesting. Interesting. My leg is rocking back and forth. I cannot. Let's go. Now let's put some tarot on this. Very, very beautiful reading so far. I'm excited. I have such a spirit of anticipation. You know, and particularly, I'm not going to lie. I'm going up. That was in another reading, to the rough side of the mountain. Like, things been crazy, you know. Oh, interesting. Look what's in this deck. Exhausted. Some of you are exhausted. Spirit is in it. They acknowledge that. In another reading I made. Sorry, this is bothering. They acknowledge that. In another reading, ancestors acknowledge the exhaustion. Right? It's a theme, it's a thread. All of these videos are connected. You watch them one by. I'm hearing their step-by-step process guide. Then I heard their dictum. Then a manifesto of sorts. Interesting. But they hear you. I just heard, they said they heard your cries, right? Like Cain and Abel, right? I heard your brother's blood cries out to me from the grave. A lot of Abrahamic faith references, right? Interesting. But they're acknowledging that they see that you are exhausted, hence the need for rest. No more you trying to make it work. You will rest now and watch the miracles unfold. Why did I? Are you ready for a miracle? I'm hearing. Interesting. I'm sorry. Yeah, doubting Thomas is writing up right now. Even Peter said, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief, right? Again, Bible references. The Injil now I'm hearing, right? That's an Islamic term for the New Testament, or what the Christians call the New Testament, right? Interesting. Again, these were all pre-shuffled, but for camera purposes. And what else, Spirit? And what else? And what else, Spirit? Okay. This one. 7 of Cups. Options. And 3 of Cups. Celebrate. Like, listen. Y'all seen that pile. I didn't do that. Y'all seen them pop right on up. This is what is given. Options and celebrations. You're going to have options now, right? Some of you have felt stuck, like you can't have, you felt like there was no way out, like you couldn't see anything. Things felt stagnant and stuck, and no matter, you know, now I'm hearing Cat Williams, tried, don't work. Tried, don't work, right? His joke when he was talking about the tigers, was it the tigers? And the tiger said, well, shit, maybe I'm not a tiger. Maybe I'm just a vicious ass koala bear, right? Because you begin to self-doubt yourself, like, because you're like, I keep trying all this stuff. I, you know, and then even maybe some of you, I'm hearing you were calling out to divinity, to your ancestors, to your guides, to whatever you call this higher power, and saying, What's up? What's good? Like, I'm faithful. I'm doing what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems like no matter what, no matter which way I turn, people effing with me, either on the job, these relationships ain't working out, family acting crazy, kids acting crazy. Like, what gives? I need help. Like, are you not listening? Do you not care? Whew, that's a lot. My heart beating fast now. It's all racing. Now they're saying it's time for some action. Now, time for some action. Time for some action. That's a song, right? Yeah, what color you want? Red, green, purple, blue. This is beautiful. Artistic, too. That's what I just heard. Are you ready for the miracle? Right? That was the question. And then what did the song Aladdin Genie say? What are you going to wish for? You have three wishes in that one, but what are you going to wish for? And what they're saying with this Seven of Cups now, what I'm hearing clearly, thank you, Yalla. What it's saying is decide well, right? Because what you're going to be asking for is going to be engraved. It will be a part of you. And there's, interestingly enough, I think it's the planet Pluto has just entered 2024 and will be entering the different, entered the sign of, is it Aquarius, for the next 20-year cycle. So, just like I'm hearing is, I'm not saying show them. So I have several tattoos, right? This says love thyself first in Arabic, interestingly enough, in Arabic from right to left, right? And for clarification, I'm hearing, because I just heard some Muslim snickers say, oh, don't shouldn't you is love Allah first, right? And yes, but my response to that was what's understood does not need to be explained. So I already knew in my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the divine, was like this, that Divinity and I knew already the love that I had for Divinity, right? We tight, we won, right? So I didn't have to tattoo that. I didn't have to remind myself of that. That is exactly what has kept me going, these last 50 years. So that wasn't what I was questioning. What I was questioning for most of these 50 years was my sense of self-worth, my worthiness, my love of self. So this was my reminder, constant reminder, and I engraved that. That became a part, kind of like a sacrificial part for me to remind myself of that I am worthy, right? Interestingly enough, I'm sharing that I'm being vulnerable when that's what. Remember, and I kept messing up and saying nothingness, worthiness, right? So that's what was in question for me, and that's what I needed to heal. That's what I had to begin to work on, and that's what I need to be constantly reminded of. Because there's days, baby, where it get rough, life be life, and it'll make me question, right? But the one thing I'm not questioning, and I don't know about anybody else. I'm talking about for me, and I just got chills. It's my relationship with Divinity, my love for my spirit guides and my ancestors, right? And my unwavering faith in questioning their loyalty, right? Is mine that I right? Interesting. So it's telling you to be very careful, intentional. There you go. Because it's not to scare. It's not about fear mongering. To be very intentional about what you're asking for and what you want to, like you would with a tattoo. What would you be engraving, right, on your body? What would you be? Because it's look, it's there, right? It's not something you could just go rub off. This is what will be reflecting you. This is what will be, because when I go by people who know Arabic, or even when people, they're asking me, they're seeing it, they can read it. People who know their Roman numerals, they know what that is, right? They can see it. So it does become a signage, whatever, right? And now you have options. Shoot, Aladdin had 3. You got up to 7 here, they're saying. Or no, 3. And you have up to 7 to choose from. And it's not to say that you won't have more. than that in your entire lifetime. But I don't know. Interesting. A lot of reference to like these Abrahamic faiths, right? So now I'm hearing the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying something, or not that I'm hearing him specifically, peace be upon him, but that hadith that is attributed to him, where it is talking about the multiple wives, up to 3 wives, right? It's saying, no, you can have more, right? But choose and make sure that, yeah, you know it's almost like uh, the hadith is warning, like saying, I don't know if that's something you want to do though, right? You can if you want to, right? Because he did. So it's not that you can't, but I don't know. You better think about that, right? And that's not no shade against women, even though I know some can interpret it that way. But it's just saying that's a lot of responsibility. And yeah, you might be initially thinking about it as greed. Oh, I can have up to 7 cups, but can you handle all 7 cups? You understand what I'm saying? At a time, anyway, right? I don't know why I wanted me to go down that road, but there's an admonition. There's a warning about it, right? Again, there's something about choosing wisely, right? Again, and it's not fear, it's not like that. It's about not choosing wisely because you can like get it messed up or something bad is going to happen to you, but make sure that, there you go. What is your intention? Oh, y'all, oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. What is your intention about it? Behind it? Is it something that truly represents you? Is it authentic to you? Thank you. Yesterday's message was about authenticity. Does it truly, will this tattoo, as using just to go with the picture and analogy, be a true representative of who you are and what you want and what you're embodying? Will it allow you to be viewed as grace in the midst of chaos for others? Right? Like, it's so much bigger. Interesting. And then we have this celebration. I don't know, I just heard that song by Madonna. Celebrate if you took the time to celebrate. Oh, yeah. If you took a holiday, took the time to celebrate. Yeah, there's going to be a period now after these years of work that left you drained and exhausted, right? And I'm hearing this two-prong, right? Some of the work was necessary work. So, like, if you were one of those and that did the shadow work, that have been working on yourself, been healing, been transcending, been going through your nights of the soul, and ensuring that you're doing this transformation process, dealing with childhood stuff, or a relationship, how to communicate, building. Yeah, that was the other one. Learning how to multitask, learning new skills, leveling up. There's different levels to this shit, like me say, right? Doing all that stuff. That in and itself can be a lot of work and can be exhausting. In addition to life be lifing, exhaustion, right? And then in addition to being caught up for the most part, I don't know about anybody else, but I know I did, trying to live my life based on what others determined. Thank you, Lord. What was holy and what was true. And that's what did it. That's what, like, brought me to the need, because the transformation is inevitable, right? This, the figure eight, the infinity. There's always death, life, and rebirth. We're constantly, that's inevitable. That's like law. That's going to happen, right? The fact that life be lifing, that's going to happen. That's inevitable too. So these two things we can't escape from, but we can make it harder or easier for us based on how authentic and true we are to ourselves, right? Based on what we are interpreting and deciding is holy. Because when I was deciding what other people thought was holy, when I was deciding what other people thought was true, because it wasn't my truth, and because I had to fake it till I make it, or try to fit my energy into what they it was hard effing work. I always use that analogy of like holding like a beach ball, or trying to hold it in a pool underwater when we're playing like volleyball. There's no letting up on that. You have to hold it, and you're constantly resisting on it, right? Um, it's not like you could just hold it there to stay in place and then it'll pop back up, and then there's this constant struggle with it. So that's what happens when you're constantly struggling, by trying to live this life and do the transformations, but not in your authenticity. That makes sense. When you're trying to be maybe the weight, the color, the hair type, the personality type, the whatever that somebody else dictates for you. That's exhausting as fuck, right? But now you're entering this time of celebration and rest, right? In different stages, right? Some of us are here now. Hello. Some of us are here and some of us are there. But nevertheless, loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Nevertheless, right? There's this opportunity now to celebrate, right? Everybody's laughing here. There's joy, you know. Nobody here looks stressed the F out, worried or pressed about nothing. I said it about nothing. Yes, I know English. I know my vernacular. I'm here. I don't know why they want English vernacular, whatever. But nobody's stressing about nothing there. It's a celebration. Yeah, look. There's 3 of Cups. After this 3 of Blades, right? This heartache. Heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again. Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life. I wanna know what love is. I think I sang this in one of the other previous videos. I mentioned it. I know you can show me, right? After all of this, you're looking forward to this. And now I'm getting a whole different scenario because we're all at different places, right? After being treated like an option and dealing with third parties and being heartbroken, right? This change is going to come. This rest. You will have this grace, right? You will see your worthiness, right? That you no longer have to fall victim to that bullshit, that type of lifestyle, that type of belief system. Because when you accept these things, and this is not digging at nobody, I was there, baby. I know what this feels like. Oh, too well. It was a repetitive cycle, too. And not just my generation, unfortunately. But when you lack the understanding of knowing that you're enough and that you're worthy, you will find yourself vibrating in this level so that, I'm hearing the wolves, and that's not giving, because I hate that. I dislike that. I don't like giving wolves such a negative connotation, just like snakes. And that's my pet peeves. Okay. But since we understand wolf-like nature and wolves in sheep's clothing and all this other stuff, and being predatory against like sheeps and stuff like that, we vibrate on that level. We allow ourselves and become susceptible to that type of energy, to those type of people who smell it out in us, right? And again, I'm not getting that energy here. I'm getting the original. But there are some people who have been through that, and it needed to be pointed out. Because this 3 of Cups here does not give me third party. This gives me a true celebration. This gives me now options and opportunities opening up due to this turning point, right? And this is saying a lie, which means no in Arabic. This is no longer, right? And not to say that we're not going to have any more heartache, right? That's, again, that's not realistic, right? But not like this. You know, that third pin is in, is done, right? This came out, this five of coins, which is a jackpot. But it's interesting to how I see the people in the background. And then this came out right behind it. What is this? Oh, six of coins. Interesting. So now I'm getting this up, right? Because for many of you, maybe it did, you've suffered this heartache. And as a result of this heartache, you struggled, right? While you saw others maybe cashing in. Yeah, thank you, Spirit, because I'm hearing, right, again with this life be life in, and now when we were talking about being exhausted and stuff about everything that has transpired, we do tend to live in this world, in this type of world, right, that is pretty unjust, right, that some have while others are suffering. But it's restoring it now, I'm hearing, to this turning point where there's going to be this six of coins, this reciprocity, right? This fairness, this equal take and give. Not this despair I'm hearing, this disparity, this chasm between the rich and the poor. Interesting that it went there. And I'm not indicating in any way, will I be foolish to say that I'm saying that all of that is going to end, you know, or whatever. But at the very minimum, you winning now will not be happy about winning knowing these people are suffering, but rather you winning now, you will go out there and you will with the understanding that, thank you, Lord. You know, my channel, if you look on this YouTube channel, it has one ONE, the acronym. I spelled it out as like that. Own nothing, everything, right? And it is the understanding that was revealed to me several years ago by Spirit that I, as an individual, I, as a person, a living being on this planet, right? And I'm just speaking of this planet, right? We have other planets with other beings. I do believe that, but I, as a living being on this planet, own nothing essentially. Yes, I own my home, car, things of that nature, the clothes I wear because I bought them and stuff like that. But technically, I don't own anything because when I leave, if I was to take my last breath today, I am getting buried in the dirt with nothing. Just the outfit I have on, if they dress me, right? So I acknowledge that I truly, in terms of ownership, own nothing. Yet I am responsible for everything. What do I mean by that, right? Also, as this human being that has this clear understanding that I own nothing in this world because I can't take any of it with me. It's almost like it's a temporary loan, like I'm utilizing it while I'm breathing. That because I am in this world too, taking up this space, interacting with others, then I need to act in a responsible manner towards other living beings and this planet to ensure its survival, right? Even long after me, right? And you may not think like that. People may not want to, but I do, because I'm thinking of my children, my children's children, my children's children's children. You know, I'm thinking about legacy. You know, I'm thinking about, you know, the survival of others, not just of myself. And with that understanding comes from me the acronym ONE, hence the name of, you know, my channel and my Instagram and all these other, again, one. There is only one love, oneness, you know, this conscious collective, this one energy, all wrapped up in one. It really is. It's this all, you know, everything is energy. So anyway, those I'm hearing again under the sound of my voice. When you win now, when you're able to rest and to have this turning point, you will not act from this five of coins mentality, right? This lack mentality. I'm hearing like Daffy Duck, me, mine, right? That he got shrunk by the genie, or Beetlejuice, right? Where he got shrunk by the witch doctor next to him, right? Because it's just me, myself, and I attitude. But rather, you will be operating from this, understanding the law of reciprocity, understanding that there's more, uh, 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 there's enough rather for everyone. Interesting. Any last messages, my beautiful rub, before I wrap this message up? We've been here an hour. I just heard that hour of power. Interesting. Hour of power. Any last messages? Oh, too many, spirit. Too many. Too many. How do I do this? Sorry, guys. It wanted to show itself the bottom of the deck too. Oh, y'all be playing. This Hierophant wanted to be shown. Okay. Okay. So the Hierophant wanted to make an appearance, Major Arcana. The Nine of Coins wanted to make an appearance, and I'm hearing the Hierophant is a new teaching, and you're the teacher. It is your responsibility to teach the newer generations, to teach the masses this new concept of reciprocity, of oneness. So yeah, that leaves everyone in the Nine of Coins, right? Everybody eats. There is enough. No more pool of Bethesda mentality. That's in Mark 5, I think. The pool of Bethesda is in the New Testament, the Christian canon, where people would be dropped off there, and once a year the waters would be visited with an angel, and whoever dipped into the water first would be blessed. No more of that. Everyone can eat and eat well. They're emphasizing that. Yeah, no more this bullshit, right? Where the secrets are kept for the few, and then these that are struggling are ridiculed and mocked and laughed at. No more secrets, societies, and secret hidden messages and all of that. I don't know. What's that on her neck? The wealth should be laid up for the just. That's what I just heard. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. No more secrets. Two of Wands. Everyone has the gift and the ability to co-create, I heard, with divinity. Create from their passion, from their loins. Interesting. The world is your oyster. Spin the globe. Put your finger on it and I did that. Wallahi deen, I promise you. Back in about 2007, 2008, I woke up in the middle. I was awakened in the middle of the night by spirit. I was told to go into my back room at the time. There was a globe there. I spinned it. They said point the finger. It landed in Egypt. In 2011, I was in Egypt. 2010. 2009, one of those, between 2009 and 2010, God forgive me, but I landed there. I was there. It is possible, right? but you're being told this is the time to co-create, right? But with creativity from passion from your loins, not from what this dictum, there's the way the world is telling you to operate, right? You get to decide what is holy and what is true. You get to understand that you're enough now and always. You get to make, that you understand that you're this grace within this chaos, right? You don't have to live like this. This 10 of Wands is done. It's over, right? The struggle is over, right? Yeah, I just heard a new regime. Welcome. Look at this emperor. He fine, first of all. He cares about family. He's wise. He's hip with technology. He's precise. He understands that the pen is mightier than the sword, right? Articulate, well-traveled, right? Listens to his intuition. Oh, what's that again? I forget. Sorry. Nose is itching. The ancestors are in the house, right? This new regime is different. And it's creating true soldiers, right? And look at this wall. It's all of the faiths, right? Again, to reach and teach this oneness, right? We all deserve to eat, right? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We all deserve that. Don't nobody want to live in this bullshit. This was upside down, right? Of course you want, this is over. Of course I don't want to look at none of that shit. Kids fighting in the background. Bills is overdue. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Anything else, Spirit? Oh, it ain't saying continue. Anything else? Let's talk about it. I don't know. Let's talk about FCX, baby. And let's talk about you and me. So if you're saying that, why am I picking? I should be picking me. So let's see. We want to talk about romance and bromance. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. What do you want to say, Spirit? Thank you. What do you want to teach us? What do you want to impart upon us? What are you saying we embarking upon, right? Mm-hmm. What does the collective need to hear right now? Well, they're saying put that back. I kind of grabbed it myself. Okay, here we go. We got a moment's regret the right way, right? I'm hearing this is the, so let me make sure I'm seeing this correctly. Right? Idealizing the past, nostalgia, and then the right, that's the moment's regret, and then the right way reads learning to create what you desire, right? So with the first one is, I'm hearing, again, very Abrahamic. So I'm hearing, do you remember, oh God, do you remember, well, for those of you who may not know, there's a story in the Bible where, yeah, I don't want to get into that, Spirit, because that's not cool. How can I say it? Lot's wife was told not to look back. She was told to leave the town and not to look back. Not just her, the whole family. They were told, we're destroying that. We're going somewhere new. Don't look back. Whoever looks back will turn into a pillar of salt. Lot's wife looked back. She was turned into a pillar of salt immediately. That's what the story says. Even if we believe this to be myth, myth have lessons and stories to teach us. What I believe, even if we don't take it literal, and we're taking it metaphorically, figuratively, whatever, looking back or staying in the past will create bitterness and resentment, right? Will make you feel like you're regretting. Where you're going, you need to keep moving forward. This is a new turning point. This is a new portal. There's no need to look backwards. Keep moving forward. right? And then the right way, right? Look at how she's looking at this frog. And this old, that's what I'm saying, is a new sheriff in town. This old regime is crumbling. This old regime that wants to dictate what the right way is. It's create your own, baby. That's the right way. You decide, once again, what is holy and what is true. People are arguing outside. Interesting. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. Yeah, what else, Spirit? What else? I thought we was going to talk about romance. So maybe even with romance, right? The story that they took from was the story of Lot, right? And that story has these connotations of hatred towards homosexuality, right? So maybe that's what it's also talking about, right? Again, you creating your own way, you deciding what your love is, not allowing that dictum, that old way to, sorry guys, I'm trying to you know, I'm hearing for some of you, that's where your lack of worthiness came from, because you would think that, maybe you loving, um, being in loving same-sex relationships made you a horrible person or something wrong with you, or, so maybe that's what it's speaking against here, right? No, you decide, right? Love who you want to love, right? That's just one text that is spewing out that hatred, and that yeah, and is based on its interpretation by misogynistic patriarchy. So look again, you can't go back to yesterday. And look, the eagle. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't know if I get banned if I keep talking. The eagle symbolism for what? I'm gonna leave that alone. You can't listen. This new emperor, this new regime, they're saying we ain't going back to this. This is over. I don't care how mad you get. This is over, right? Such a curious dream, right? And I'm hearing it is not just a dream. Grounding, returning to reality, coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home, right? Tell the world I'm coming home, right? What it's supposed to be, right? This reciprocity, dog. This 9 of coins for everybody, right? Like, what the? What made me start cursing out this joint, right? No longer none of this secret societies and only for the 1%. And it's lunacy. No. Come on now, the new regime. It's Christmas for every effing body, damn it. Again, with the basics at minimum. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I want to be a queen. And clock time. So, clock time indicates time, pressure, in a rush. And I want to be a queen, steering, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing it. Come on now, stop playing. It's time. Yes. It's clock time, right? It's the time I said it is, damn it. It's time now. Now I just heard Dr. King, may you rest in peace, Martin, right? The time is now, right? No, the Birmingham letter, right? No, don't come to me talking about some, oh no, we gotta wait. And and yes, I gotta call it the way I see it. That was and this is, please don't sit here and start trying to say that I'm being against any specific religion or ethnicity. We're not gonna play those roles. I'm stating historical facts. He was responding to Christian and Jewish leaders of that time that was saying, not now. That's what he was doing. The time is now. The time is always now for justice. Always. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. The time is always now. There's a new sheriff's the fucking time. It's time for us to take on our own sovereignty. You decide what is holy and what is true for you and your family and your household. As long as it ain't with some fuckery and you're not doing some people dirty, not even them children or whatever you calling your family. Like, come on now. You got common sense. Right? Any last ones? It's saying, nope, that was it with that one. Impossible things. Working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, fresh perspective was what at the bottom. So I'm hearing all those that you are unbelieving. Again, you doubting time, and this is, we love you. Come in the house. It's okay. Yes, it's time to believe. I get it. I wouldn't be believing either. I would be doubting too. Yup, I hear you, Thomas. I want to fill them holes in the hands. I want to make sure it was you, Jesus. Alayhi salam. Yeshua. Right? Peace be upon him. Right? Thank you, Jesus. Right? Yes. It's okay. I hear Peter again. Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. Right? It's okay. We could pray that too. Right? And what else? And what else? And what else I'm hearing? I think he's going to get a little more about love here. And what else? Mind power. Look at that. Right? And this is what I'm hearing, right? Again, this is tied up to those readings. The neurons, the synapses, the different parts of the region of the brain, they're lighting up. Stuff that has been dormant and asleep for years, for centuries, I heard. The amygdala, all kinds of stuff, right? I don't know. I'm not a neurologist. I don't know too much about neuroscience. I just know that there is such a thing called neuroplasticity. I do understand that there's things called neurons and synapses that they get refire up and create cosmic explosions again in the mind in terms of new beliefs, right? We were talking earlier about gaining information. When we gain information, we can have more information, gives us a different understanding, a different perspective, right? Yes, right? That allows us to come up with our own, right? Sovereignty, right? Autonomy. So it says here, use your intelligence, God-given mind, right? Don't be brainwashed. Don't let somebody else dictate the fuck to you what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to live. Be yourself. Analyze data, logic, and think rationally. What was he saying earlier? Full circle again. Fact check. Lead with your mind, right? Don't take that too little, because some of us do a little. It's balance to everything, right? That's why I see that line here is a balance. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in the hadith says, balance, in all things, balance, right? Too much to the left, too much to the right. Fight. No, opportunity. Change is coming just in time. I can't make this up. New job opportunities, change of workplace or business trip. For so many of you, it's right, because you're going to begin teaching. You're going to begin to work. Thank you, Lord. Remember earlier we got that creativity card where the person was playing the drums and they put him against that other card, that 10 of wands, where she was in front of that computer looking like a hot mess, stressed the F out, right? That's what's changing. People are going to be able to where is it? Get over this heartache and heartbreak, because they're no longer going to be, where did it go, mama? Yeah, it was the one where they're not going to be operating in jobs like this anymore. They got them like this, stressed the F out, ready to pull out their hair. They can't love on their babies. They can't do anything. Can't raise our children right, nothing. Because we're so busy this. operating from this, but rather we're going to be able to operate. Yeah, they flipping everywhere. I don't care. To have options, right? Oh, where did that card go? Be victorious, right? It's somewhere, guys. It's the one where he was playing the drums. Remember? He was being creative. Here you go. Right? No longer this. This is what's happening. We're going to be able to do that. And it's happened already. The pandemic has allowed people to be home, become more and more entrepreneurs, people doing what they love to do. Closed doors, no good job opportunities. The current job is coming to an end. Yeah, listen. This came out earlier for me in my own personal read. This is shutting down. That old regime is shutting down. They're closing the door on that. I am telling you. I'm not telling you. They're telling you. Voyage, Atlantis, back to you. We're coming back home. I don't know. Is it some alien beings, some celestial beings are coming back? They're saying this shit done got fucked up. The time, and I heard Atlantis is right to the time of Atlantis. Ew, I didn't peep that. I said that earlier. I didn't put it together like that. Where is that card? Interesting. It's time to explore. No more blockages. The door is being closed on these blockages. Where'd you go, baby? Where'd you go? Come to mama. It went somewhere. I've been throwing cards everywhere, guys. Forgive me. I don't even know how this is coming up. I don't camera. I don't know. But it was the card where it was from the She Tarot. I don't see how I lost it. Not the disappointment one. My OCD kicks in and I get mad that I can't find this stuff. Lord have mercy. But it was one of the first ones. It was our first three. She was a part of our first three. Yeah. Here we go. SubhanAllah. It's the turning point. It's a turning point. This door is closing because this one has opened. That's it. Period. Period. Looking at the bottom of the deck. Seek and you will find. Oh my Lord, yeah. Have an eye for beauty and uncover hidden charms, right? Yeah, it's encouraging you, right? In this period of rest, to believe, right? It's telling you to believe. Remember, it was going to explore, to voyage, right? To look for good in things, right? To look for the beauty in things, right? To expect it, to anticipate it. Remember, I kept saying I had the spirit of anticipation. And last but not least, yes, I'm hearing this. Oh no, shuffle at least. I mean, even though I pre-shuffle all these, like, really good. I promise you, I've saged everything. I've cleansed everything with a spray bottle that I of my own mixing that I use on myself for my own protection. What else? I'm hearing this other deck too. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing, and what else? And what else? And what else? I'm just taking it. Great news. I have something amazing to let you know, to tell you, right? And what else, Spirit? And this is it. This is the message. No, they say eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man the good things that the Lord has in store for them. So they're saying this is only the beginning. You have not seen yet anything yet. Why did you do that? Wait a minute. All of these flew out. Date, greed, dishonest, negative. So we're going to hear some great news about Negative, dishonesty, greed. Yeah, because we were operating under this, right? I'm pursuing wealth and power with no regard for uh, ethical or moral boundaries. We were operating under dishonesty. I will withhold information from you for my benefit. Under negativity, right? I'm hiding my true intentions and I don't actually care about your well being, right? I'd love to get together sometime and learn more about you. This is what we're getting into. That is the great news, right? Just heard that divinity is ready to date you, baby. The universe is ready to date you, right? This new life, this new turning point is ready to date you, right? Is a turning point in life where it's going to get to know you, baby, to see you for your true, right? And that's what I'm saying. I would love to get together sometime and learn more about you, your true, authentic self, who you truly are. That is the great news, right? That is the amazing new thing, right? That I'm going to get to know you finally for who you really are. Not this little facade, not this little BS, not this spirit of negativity, dishonest, and greed that is perpetuated by the very systems, right? That overgene, right? But then people feel like they gotta survive and thrive out of and attempt to thrive out of that survival, that lack mentality. Oh, too many for that, right? Yeah, we're moving into collaboration, working together to achieve shared success. No more this envious, right? I will seek out to undermine your success as a means of elevating myself. No, as opposite to that. No, we're creating safe spaces. I need a secure place to open up, right? Uh, Small favor. I'm hoping you can help me with something small, right? Being able to, yeah, even if we're starting with the small stuff, right? No more secrets, I'm hearing. No more uncertainty, right? Yeah, this stuff is over. Look, yeah, look, the spirit of revenge, right? Blah. No, we want safe spaces. That's what we're creating now. I'm hearing. And to finally close it out, Lucy, no, after this is one more deck. Oh my God, spirit. I don't know. Whoever has the ears to hear, let them hear. That's it. And it's not ear hearing it with the ears, it's hearing it with the heart, I just heard. Right? Over the head, right? This is not just a logical thing, right? This is heart over mind. What is this we have here? What is that? I can't see. Not for you, right? Not for you. And loyal heart. Interesting. What's not for you, Stella? So it's a 6 is moving forward, right? Yeah. This checkers game board fucking rulership and mentality that had you at odds with one another, right? Always playing chess. Checkmate, bitch, or my queen steals your queen, and queen's gambit move, and all this other stuff. Always had you on the defense. Always had you like, no more of this. No, fortune is coming in. No, this is not going to be based on this anymore, on this strategy, right? But rather on loyalty, on loyal hearts, right? On this wisdom that's based on love, that truly sees one another and understands that we all wearing these crowns, right? Come on now, give me one last one, Spirit. You know I like them in threes. I'll give you four. A leg up, dog. Yes. Not this competition shit. Not pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because it was a lie anyway. You ain't never have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You always was climbing off of somebody else's back. Stop lying, right? And then put this little game of chess on the board trying to make it seem like it was all strategy. It's bullshit when the whole time, look, the hand was carrying the board and the whole fucking time. Stop it. No. Yeah, look, you always got a leg up, bitch. Chop wood, carry water. Right? That was that. Yeah, no, it's based on loyalty. Hearts now. We all wearing crowns. The keys are for everybody. The kingdom of heaven is for everybody. I ain't say it. They said it at the bottom. It's time for this feminine spirit, this yin to come in to bring this to this unity, this love, right? Yeah, and that's not nothing, no shade against masculinity because again, we see two here, right? Feminine and masculine, right? We see two here, right? A balance that comes from love, right? But it's going to take this yin energy to usher it in. That's it. I don't know what else to say. I'm over it. That is it. There's nothing else to say. That is it. Mm. Wait a minute. Oh, that's what they said here. That was the one more that I did say. I'm listen, for me, people who know me, know I'm mouth almighty. You could look at every report card from kindergarten on up. They all said Marilyn is very intelligent. We love her. She's sweet. She's charming. She's all the above. Very intelligent. But she just talks too much. Can you just tell her not to be so talkative? And for me to say, I'm it. I'm old. Like I'm done. I had nothing else to say. That's a feat. And whatever. I know whoever that knows me just being smart. I just heard you. Like whatever. It's the truth though. It is the God's the honest truth. This has me flabbergasted. The wine is helping. I promise y'all. I'm not drinking. Finish out, fresh out of fucks and embracing inner peace. Fresh out of fucks and embracing inner peace. Again, that's what's going to give you your inner peace. Being authentic, being grateful, standing in love, deciding what is holy and what is true for you. That giving no fucks, that is your happiness. That is your peace. I mean, I said happiness too, right? I just got chills all over my body. My Martin Lawrence, right? Yeah, happiness, jokes, yes, laughter, right? Anything else? Wax on, wax off. Was that a Karate Kid, right? When he was training him, right? Right? Know what to wax on and what to wax off. What does this say here? Wax the hell off the task at hand. One more spirit. And two more. Every time I say one more, they be smart, don't they? There's better shit on the horizon. Give that shit up, right? Let go of that other one. Listen, baby. I just heard you could go in peace or you could go, salty, like Lot's wife, right? Stay bitter and salty and angry because the gig is up. The rig is up. Life is a jelly donut full of peace. Right? Find your fucking center. Right? And that's it. That's all she wrote. At the bottom of the deck, sweet I love you. I want to thank my spirit guides, my ancestors, and definitely the La ilaha illallah, which only is saying in Arabic the oneness, right? The oneness, right? This one consciousness that cares about everything, all of it, not just this planet, not just us human beings, but every living thing, right? In this planet and throughout the whole cosmos, what we can't even begin to imagine, right? To see, to know, right? Want to give thanks, big ups, big thanks to that, right? Thank you for allowing me to be a conduit, and thank you for allowing me to understand that you are not something separate from me but are a part of me. I am one with thee, and I am so grateful right now. I want to thank with all my heart and soul, and especially also thank my ancestors and my guides for rocking with me. They don't play about me. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm hearing yours don't play about you either, right? And especially this divinity doesn't play about you. So if you like the way I read, hit that subscribe button. And it's not me. If you like the way the messages that are flowing in, that's better. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button. If you think that this message would be beneficial or fruitful to someone else, share. And at minimum, understand reciprocity. Listen, baby, if you don't understand that that's the new regime, it told you it was in. It showed you that reciprocity, right? That is coming in. Don't sit there and take and not give back. Karma, listen, at minimum, hit that like button. It's called equal exchange. It's only right, right? Yes. And until next time, beloved, I love you dearly. Stay high vibing. Stay believing, right? That's what it kept admonishing us to you, to believe, to hold on to the belief. The turning point is here. The time is now. And until next time, beloved, Amin, Ashe, and Amen. Mwah.